everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I am sharing a little Easter basket with you. And I told you I was in the Easter mood, so I've been busy making a lot of Easter projects. And actually I had this one made for quite a while. I just added this trim recently because my upline, her name is Angie also, she did a basket, a different type of basket, and she used this trim, and I've had this trim forever since it came out and I've been wanting to use it. So thank you, Angie, for sharing that because it really does dress up the little baskets. So I thought it was super cute, just adding that little trim. So this is what I'm sharing with you today. You can either make these round using your layering circles, or you can make the oval one like this and use your circles. The measurements are probably going to be a little different for the round basket because I just figured it up for this oval one. And it's really not hard at all to do. It may be a little bit more time consuming to show you, but it really goes pretty fast. So let's get started. All right, so what I'm using for this is the tip top taupe. So then we're gonna need another piece, and this is the part that goes around the basket, and this is 9.5 by 2. And then I used a piece of this succulent garden, and I forgot to cut this down to 9.5, so we're gonna do that too before we glue it together. And it makes it much sturdier when you use the designer series paper, and it's super pretty. I don't think I've shown you this paper yet because I think it's the first time I've actually used it. And so this is the paper. Look how gorgeous this paper is, and it is double-sided like all of our paper. So I'm using this one. There is also another, look at these. Oh, look at the pink one. So you can do it pink if you have a girl, but these are really pretty, and both sides are really pretty on these. So I love the little flowers. So you can use any paper you want. I thought this looked like an Easter basket, so that's why I used that piece right there. Let me get my trimmer up here really quick, and I'm just going to trim this down to 9.5 because I forgot to do that when I was cutting. All right, and then we're going to need another piece for the handle. So these pieces, again, are 9.5 by 2, if I confused you there for a minute. This is just the piece we're going to use for our layering ovals. And then this piece is for the handle, and the handle's 3/4 inches by 10. And then one piece for the sentiment, and it's Whisper White, 3/4 inch by 3.5 inches. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is cut our ovals out. So let me grab the Big Shot. You are all going to be so proud of me. I finally went and got me some new plates. So I'm super happy because you don't have to look at those ugly plates anymore. But they last forever, and I just hate to throw them out. I don't throw them out. I usually use them when I'm not on camera because I think it looks better to use nice ones. So we're using the largest scallop, and then this one, I'm going to tell you the measurements. I'll measure them, and I think it's 3.5 inch oval this way. So let's just run these through. See, it looks much prettier with new ones, right? They won't be this way for long, so we'll have to enjoy it while we can. All right, so these two pieces, one is for our inside and the other one is for our base. So we'll move this out of the way. We won't need it anymore. And this this larger one is our largest scallop, and it measures like 3 3/4 inches, and then the other one measures 3.5 inches, the regular oval. So this is what did I say? 3 3/4, and this is 3.5. So if you have anything similar to that, but these layering ovals and squares and circles are awesome. All right, the next thing we're going to do is adhere the designer series paper, and I'm using wet glue for this. I'm using my Tombow multi-purpose, and it just gives you a lot more working time. And for the bottom part, when we attach this, it's going to work so much better for you if you use wet glue. So we're going to just attach these, and it does give for a really sturdy wall. All right, so then I'm going to bring up our trimmer again, and I am going to score this at 1/2 inch. Okay, and I'm going to use my bone folder really quickly and just give that a... And then what you're going to do for this is, you don't even have to, you can just cut like every, I'm kind of just using these little lines as a border. You don't, I mean, just cut up to your score mark. You can do it as close as you want, as far apart as you want. You don't have to do it really close. I want to say it's probably 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Some of them I'm doing more like 1/2. Some I'm doing more like 1/4. It doesn't really matter. I did it really close the first couple times I did it, and it just didn't make any difference. So I'm going to just take this and give it a little, it's just going to help it when we glue it down. It just gives it a little bit of a curve to it. And I'm using the scallops because I'm going to just bring it close to the edge here. Again, I'm going to use the wet glue, and I'm just applying it to the whole thing, the whole bottom here. And you just need to have a little patience here because you need to kind of hold it down. And I'm starting in the middle of here, so this is the back of it. And we're just going to hold it for a minute, and you can actually start moving this. I'm just using the edge of the scallops to kind of form where I'm going. But be a little bit patient with it. It does get a little bit messy. And I can push out the edges if I want to push it out a little bit. And just hold it down. Let's see where I'm at on this side. Can push them back in, and so it's just so it's even. And before I glue this part, I'm going to just make sure it's really even and how I want it. I'm getting glue all over everything. I didn't even do that when I made the first one. But we're going to wipe it before we, or I may just tear this one off. And then you're going to just add some right here to hold it together. Make sure your seam is straight. But really, just be really patient with attaching it. You can add glue as you go. It may not be so messy. I just thought it's easier to just apply the glue and then just stick it down. But you can see, you can even kind of shape it like that when you're, after you get it done, and it does stay like that. All right, then we're going to just take this piece, and I'm applying glue all to this, and this is just going to go on the inside, just to cover up the messy looking part. So see how quick, I mean, it goes really, really quickly actually, and that it takes just a minute for the glue to start drying. So you just need to be a little bit patient with that part. And I think I'm just going to tear this off because I don't want to get glue all over everything else. And then I'm going to grab the handle, and we're just going to apply glue to each side. And lay that down. inside the box, well, it is kind of a box, but the little basket. And now the cute part, we are going to take our little trim, and I'm going to leave it on the spool because I don't want to waste any of this. It's so adorable. And we're just going to go around the edge, and this I did a little bit at a time. So I make sure I got the right end. And I'm starting at the wrong side. You want to start where the seam is. So I'm just going to take the glue all the way around here. And then just start going around. This actually is super adorable trim. And then let's finish it up here. Again, I think the wet glue works the best with this. And I'll just put a little bit here to hold that. Look how cute. Is that little trim not adorable? All right, I'm going to set that aside just for a second. And then we're going to stamp an Easter tree for somebody sweet, which is from this stamp set. If you saw my post on Wednesday, I did a really sweet little card using this bunny and these little flowers. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on my blog. So I'm using this, an Easter treat for somebody sweet, and I'm going to use some Tip Top Taupe because this is the color that we're using. I'm going to center this. And then I'm going to just banner the ends. And I could use my banner punch, but like normal, I don't have it out here. It's not really close to me right now. Okay, and I'm going to add some fast fuse to the back. And we're going to set that on the front. And I kind of left the edges stick out because I thought it looked cuter. And I'm going to use a piece of crumb cake taffeta ribbon, and I'm just going to create a bow with my fingers here, and we're going to put the bow on the front. I'm going to use a glue dot for this. I didn't have any Tip Top Taupe ribbon, so this really goes good with it though. And then on here, I just added, I had this little white basket filling, and so I just stuck that on the inside and added my little duckies. And these are duck, like the truffles. I love these little things at Easter. They have rabbits and ducks, and it's so cute. So that's it, everyone. It's really, really sweet. So if you need any supplies, as usual, go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop from my blog. But another thing is, too, on my Spotlight Friday that I did on St. Patrick's Day, you can see the little bunny treat holder I made using the safety pop suckers, and it's super adorable. So you might want to check that one out for Easter too. It's really cute. So everyone have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.